Hey, what is up, guys? So we have the Paleozoic OTK Infinite Attack Loop that you guys can pull up. It's a real cheeky deck, not something that you're going to see in competitive, but I know that no one talking about Burgerstoma, so I give a shout out to my Burgerstoma players, let you guys know you can actually pull off an infinite damage OTK, and that's kind of cool. You know, it's, again, not so meta. But anyways, let me go ahead and show you guys the setup right here. It's basically in action right now. Imperial Iron Wall and Begone Nave is the cards that you're going to need. And also, obviously, you're going to have the Burgerstomas. Basically, anything that deals battle damage to a player, and let me pause it right here real quick because it's going to be a really short replay and I won't be able to click on the cards after. So anyways, Begone Nave makes it so if any monster inflicts battle damage to a player, you bounce back the monster to its owner's hand. So even if your opponent has a good board, as long as they don't OTK you, you activate this, you bounce everything back that would attack, and then you go ahead and your opponent will have no cards, hopefully in the monster zone. And then what you do is you loop it because Imperial Iron Wall makes so cards can't be removed from play. And then you have Pikaia over here that you discard one Paleozoic card, you draw 2 cards, and then once per train, when a trap card is activated while it's in your graveyard, you get to special summon this, and it has 1200 attack. So you basically go in for 1200 for days. You can also technically make other things in the deck like Treat Toad, which is a really good card. But anyways, yeah, that's basically the loop in a nutshell. So normally all of the Burgerstomas, they all go away when you go ahead and you know, bring them back because it gets banished. But Iron Wall is going to say no to that, so you're going to be able to infinitely bounce back, and whenever you activate a trap card, you're able to resummon it, so you can go ahead and just loop some stuff. You can do a lot of different things with the deck. This isn't like the OTK that you have to pull off every single time with this exact setup, because there's a lot of setups with Imperial Iron Wall that let this deck be really cheeky and exceed into other things. But for the most part, this is the loop where you can go ahead and just go ahead and special summon. It's a really simple concept, but I haven't seen it, and like I said, no one's talking about the Paleozoics or the Burgerstomas at all. So shout outs to those players, but if you guys want to try out the deck, I'll give you guys a deck profile. I don't think it's going to be meta, it's just a cheese, infinite damage, you know, fun to sack your opponent. So here's the deck as is. I definitely want to make more recommendations, and I'm sure you guys can give us other suggestions, but let's get started with the deck profile. So triple Swap Frog, triple Ronin Totems, 3 copies of Dupe Frog, 3 copies of Lincholia, we have 3 copies of Pikaia, 3 copies of Olenoides, 3 copies of Dino Mistress, we have 3 copies of Quaking Mirror Force. Now this flips them all face down, but I think that you could actually run another card called Storming Mirror Force. I think this is better because it just bounces everything back so you don't have to deal with anything, but he decided to play Quaking instead. I'm not sure if there's a reason why, but it could be just because he wants to flip him face down, disrespect your opponent, I don't know. But you guys let me know why he'd play Quaking over Storming or something else that just gets rid of the monsters, because that makes more sense to me. But anyways, we have 3 copies of Morelia, 3 copies of Canadia. Shoutouts to my Canadian viewers. And then we got 3 copies of Begone Nave, 3 copies of Imperial Iron Wall, and then the Solemn Brigade is on point. Cards that I also recommend. This card called Totally Awesome. I'm sure you guys have heard about this card. But I think it's a good card because it requires 2 Aqua monsters, and whoa, what do you know? Everything is Aqua in the deck. Also, cards like Gotcha can randomly be good. There's a lot of random cards that can be good that are just ranked 2s, but he decided to go for all in, just wanted to go for the cheese. But like I said, I think that there's a lot of other cards that you can definitely make that aren't bad cards at all. Like, for example, Sky Cavalry Centuria, that's really good in Paleozoics or Burgerstomas. Daigusto Phoenix could also be a great card. We also got these Missing No, you know, shoutouts to my Pokemon players. Dark Mist can randomly be good, but for the most part, again, he just wanted to be real cheeky over there. You could also run a Herald of Pure Light if you want to add something specific. Maybe add back a, you know, a Valor or something like a Ghost. Okay, that can definitely be good. But nonetheless, like, again, this is just a cheese kind of a deck. I don't think Burgerstomas or Paleozoics can ever be really good simply because Royal Decree is a card. And I know that, you know, the deck's really good with Iron Wall, but when you have cards, I know no one's playing Denquiseka, but like, if Burgerstomas ever got good or Paleozoics ever got, like, you know, high tier, you just side deck in a Denquiseka, you summon it, and the deck just loses. Like, if you activate Royal Decree, what does the deck do? You just stall with a Swap Frog? Like, it's just not looking too good for the deck if you just like have a relatively strong monster. I know that there is the where is that the card? The Sky Cavalry Centuria, because if it battles an opponent's monster, your opponent controls the monster end of damage step. because this card can't be destroyed, you get to detach a material and then you get to bounce something back. But for the most part, the deck just folds to just real like simple decks, like Gladiator Beast or something could like wreck this deck. Even though the deck definitely has some kind of protection because it's unaffected by other monsters' effects. And then if a trap card is activated, but it don't matter, Gladiator's Beast, War Chariot too strong. But nonetheless, I don't really know if anyone talking about the Paleozoics or Burgerstomas. If you guys have any other builds of this, let me know, because this archetype came out, no one's playing it. It just might be one of those floppy archetypes that comes out and everyone's like, yeah, I don't want to play this, and then the deck's not good. I feel like DDDs is a deck that's pretty good, but like no one's really playing it as much as, you know, other decks in the meta. But anyways, have some fun with the deck, guys, and if you have any other crazy replays, or I want to see more like Paleozoics, more interesting kind of things, other than like ABC, you know, the same stuff we've been seeing time after time. But I try to keep it up with some fresh content. But if any of you guys have some unique decks to show off, send me in the replay files of the deck in action, and I'll be happy to share them and give you guys a shout out. And shout outs to this guy. Well, the guy that sent in the replay was the other player. But I definitely want to give a shout out to the original guy that made this, which is CompTech. But shout outs to Hyrule D, because he was the guy that was a friend of Hyrule D that sent this in. But shout outs to him for sending in the replay. And CompTech, cool little deck that you had. I didn't even know that Paleozoics could actually pull off an infinite damage loop. But anyways, have some fun with the deck, guys, if you'd like to. But like I said, I don't think it's going to be meta. But if you enjoyed the vid, make sure you guys get a like button, a titty slap. I am signing out.